Talk with Gerald, the talk show where I explore New York City, find fun and inspiration through theater, indie film, emerging creators, and nightlife. My Hot Theater Pick series continues with my spotlight on the Off-Broadway sensation, a musical about Star Wars, or why Star Wars is the greatest thing to ever happen in the history of the galaxy, much, much better than Star Trek. Nothing excites me more than seeing an emerging actor on the cusp of stardom, seeing their raw talent, energy, on stage, laid bare for everyone to see. I am so excited to share my one-on-one interview with one of the co-stars of a musical about Star Wars, Stone Mountain. That's right, his name is Stone Mountain. Take a look.
First and foremost, this is Star Wars, and as the poster says, a musical about Star Wars.
A musical about Star Wars, now playing at the AMC Theater, is a hilarious homage to George Lucas's space opera saga and the legacy that lives on. It sets itself galaxies apart from standard parody by loving its source material, using series tropes as a springboard to celebrate its nerd culture and even wickedly satirize the musical theater world. I recently had the privilege to chat with co-star Stone Mountain, who makes a rock-solid New York debut as the character Taylor, a self-proclaimed millennial Falcon. With his impressive sense of artistry and charisma on stage, it is clear the force is with Stone Mountain as he takes on the New York theater stage.
Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So it is so surreal to even think that you're a recent college graduate from the University of Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music.
Yeah.
Like, recent college graduate, and now you're making your off-Broadway debut. What is going through your mind?
It's been insane. I graduated in May. I moved back to Austin, Texas, which is where I'm from. I was working at Texas Arts Project, which is a musical theater summer camp that I started with when I was 9, and I wasn't sure what my next steps in life were going to be. And Tom and Michael Dangora, who are our producers and directors, and one of them is co-writer, saw me at our 54 Below CCM celebration,
Yes.
and thought that I was right for this role, was sending me virtual auditions, gave me an offer, and was like, if you can you be in New York tomorrow? We start rehearsals. Like, it's been just a absolute dream come true to be able to move to the city with a job as a performer, getting to play a principal in this like hilarious, playful, brilliant show has been just a dream.
You are so funny in it. Like, you are like so funny. And I keep forgetting that there's only 3 performers in the cast, because I just feel like it really packs the wallop of a Broadway show, because you're so full of life. And it's just amazing to me that even now, after such an energetic performance, you have the energy to even talk to me right now.
Oh my gosh, the show I feel like energizes me, especially with this Saturday night crowd that just like, when we have an audience that's laughing and having fun, it's like I could keep going forever. And I will say it's so funny because it is a 3-person cast, but the way that we're switching hats and playing different characters, that sometimes I'm Taylor, who's this sort of like overeager, nerdy, hopeful kind of kid, and then the next we're doing like our kind of spoiler alert Hamilton spoof where I have to be like,
oh my
really
God, the
cool
Hamilton
and
spoof? That was the best Hamilton parody I have ever seen, and I can't say that I will ever watch the newer trilogy ever again, but the way that the show takes the Hamilton parody and really, really summarizes those last 3 movies, freaking amazing.
It's one of my favorite numbers to perform. Like,
you
it's
were
just
so good.
It's such a like different
character. You did it so well. You
Thank
parodied Lin-Manuel so well.
Thank you.
It just came so naturally to you.
Thank you. I saw your eyes behind your hair, and you're looking tired, but you don't look scared. So let them laugh while they can. Let them spin, let them scatter in the wind. I have been to the movies, I've seen how it ends, and the jokes on
I have one more question for you. It's a little bit deep, maybe not so much.
Let's do it.
What is one thing that CCM really taught you, and then what's something that you learned that
going to school didn't teach you being off-Broadway?
That's a really good question.
Yes.
I would say, honestly, I would say that CCM taught me about professionalism and about work ethic.
Yes.
I was cast in the show. I had under 2 weeks to learn it, and then we started previews. There was no time to waste, and CCM trains you. If you get that script digitally, before my plane touches down in New York, I need to be off book. I need to be ready in that rehearsal room to just be an absolute professional so that we can, in the rehearsal room, create space for artistry, for fun, for play.
Yeah.
But you have to do that homework beforehand.
One more thing you need in musical theater. We're gonna give you a finale. Here's a finale of our musical about Star Wars. We don't need Comic-Con in this show. We got tight harmonies around choreo.
And I would say something that I didn't learn at CCM that I'm kind of learning on the job is about, it's a little harder to describe, but about individual artistry. That when I was cast in this role, I was replacing the original Taylor, who now plays Scott. My character's named Taylor, named after the original actor. And I thought that I was going to have to do a caricature or a mimicry of him. And they were looking for me to bring so much of Stone to the role.
Yeah.
And I think college trains you to be a professional, and that's unbelievably important and irreplaceable. But it's not until you get out into the world that it's like, what makes your take on this role different than anyone else's? And I'm so blessed that this creative team and this cast has let me bring so much of my enthusiasm to this character that maybe its first iteration wasn't like that, but Stone's version of Taylor is like that. It's just been a dream and something I never would have expected.
Yeah, and you're phenomenal at it.
Thank you so
Really,
much.
yes. I know that you're constantly working, but what is something about New York that you truly love, or some place that you really love to go?
I have a great answer for this. Our shows run Friday and Saturday, twice on Saturdays, and so during the week I take classes at UCB, Upright Citizens Brigade.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm learning improv and sketch comedy. It's where Tina Fey and Amy Poehler and Bowen Yang and all these different amazing stars trained, and it's been so wonderful because it's real training and it's tough, but it's also so much fun that it's a little bit of a weight off my chest if I get to play and have fun. I mean,
exactly.
This show is fun, but it's a marathon too.
Yeah.
So to get to train there and make new friends in the industry, new friends out of the industry, and learn a bunch of new skills, I love UCB and would highly recommend them.
Yeah. Well, I just want to welcome you to New York, and
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a part of such a fun show that people can get excited about. I am a film geek. I'm a Star Wars fan. Like, I can't say that I'm a super devout Star Wars fan where I can quote it, but like this made me appreciate it
There's
just
something
even
for
more.
everybody,
It's
yeah.
something for everyone. You do not need to be a Star Wars fanatic to enjoy this show. You can be an actor, you can be a New Yorker, you can just be somebody that has a zest for life, and you can just really love this show. There's something in it for everyone, and you have to check out Stone Mountain and this amazing, amazing cast in a musical about Star Wars now playing at the AMT Theater. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
You're the best. You're the best. And best of luck to you. I look forward to seeing what you do next. You're going to have a brilliant career. And
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
What a cool guy. Check out the incredible Stone Mountain in a musical about Star Wars this Friday at 8 p.m. or Saturday at 2 p.m. or 8 p.m. Tickets for a musical about Star Wars are available through October 8th. Get your tickets today by visiting amusicalaboutstarwars.com or call 646-543-4385 or swing by the AMC Theater at 354 West 45th Street between 8th and 9th Avenues. Box office opens 1 hour prior to showtime.
It's the sound of a nation eroding.
And the sound of a Death Star exploding. It's the sound of Star Wars, or more specifically our musical about Star Wars and how it swerved the natural course when it took the world by force. Get it? Force! It's Star Wars, or more specifically our musical about Star Wars. So go and grab your lightsaber from luggage check, because this journey through the galaxy will show the ways that it changed history, and even Eton Twi'lek dancers would agree. much, much, much better than Star Trek.
There hasn't